All right, close your eyes for a second. Just imagine this, okay?
Okay.
It's 1941.
Mm.
The world is at war.
Yeah.
And you're stuck on this tiny little Scottish island
Okay.
where even the basics are, like,
Mm.
hard to come by.
Yeah.
And suddenly, boom, this ship runs aground right off the coast.
Oh, wow.
And it turns out
Yeah.
it's loaded with thousands of cases of top-shelf Scotch whiskey.
Oh, no way. What would you do?
Well, that's exactly what happened on the Isle of Risky.
Oh, wow.
And today, we're diving deep
Okay, cool.
into the real story
Yeah.
behind the legendary Whiskey Galore incident.
Yeah, it's one of those stories that sounds like it's too good to be true, right?
It does, it does.
But what makes it so interesting is that it's way more than just a story about free booze, you know?
Right.
It gives us this little peek into what life was like during the war.
Yeah.
There's a bit of mystery with potentially hidden money,
Oh, okay.
and even touches upon Britain's colonial past.
Fascinating. So to guide us through this historical puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
we've got some pretty interesting archival records from Lloyd's Register.
Oh, cool.
You know, they're the folks who make sure ships are seaworthy
Uh-huh.
and classified correctly. So they were definitely interested in what went down with the SS politician.
Definitely. So, before we get to the Islanders and their lucky find, we should probably set the scene a bit.
Agreed. Yeah, context is everything.
Right. So, we're talking about the SS politician,
Mm-hmm.
or the Polly, as she was affectionately known.
Okay.
Now, she wasn't always meant to be a part of whiskey legend, right?
Right.
She started out as a regular cargo ship, just hauling various goods back and forth across the Atlantic.
Okay.
But then, bam, World War II breaks out.
Mm.
And just like many other merchant vessels, the Polly gets pulled into the war effort.
So imagine the North Atlantic in 1941.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a dangerous place to be, right?
super dangerous.
You've got German U-boats roaming around, hunting ships.
Yeah.
And Britain, being an island nation,
Mhm.
was totally dependent on these merchant ships for, well, everything.
Absolutely. And that's exactly the situation when the politician sets off on her last voyage in February of that year,
Cool.
leaving from Liverpool, heading to Jamaica. And she's carrying some pretty unusual cargo,
Oh,
260,000 bottles of Scotch whiskey,
wow.
along with other stuff. And get this.
Yeah.
A mysterious shipment of Jamaican banknotes.
Hold on, Jamaican banknotes?
Yep,
Now that's intriguing.
it is.
What were those doing on a ship going to Jamaica?
Right.
Was this some kind of secret mission?
Well, that's a question that's had historians scratching their heads for ages. There are all sorts of theories out there.
Yeah.
Some more believable than others.
Okay.
But we'll definitely get into those a bit later.
Okay, that's good.
But for now, let's stick with the journey.
All right, so we've got this ship
Right.
packed with whiskey and mystery money.
Yep.
Sailing through waters, teeming with U-boats.
Oh.
It's already a tense situation.
Yeah.
And then things take a turn for the dramatic.
Oh, they do, for sure.
Uh-huh.
On February 5th, 1941, the politician slams right into the rocks just off the coast of Eriskay.
Oh, wow.
Now imagine you're one of the islanders,
Mm.
living a simple life, dealing with wartime rationing and all.
Right.
And all of a sudden, this shipwreck appears on your doorstep,
Yeah,
and word gets out that it's carrying a mountain of whiskey.
I bet that got their attention. So what happened?
Yeah.
Did they just start popping bottles right there on the beach?
Well, not quite.
Okay.
But what follows is a blend of, well, cleverness, humor,
Uh-huh.
and a good old-fashioned clash between the islanders and the authorities.
I can imagine.
The islanders saw it as a salvage operation.
Right.
Like, hey, let's make the best of a bad situation, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But the authorities, especially the customs officials, they saw it as straight up looting.
So that's where the conflict comes in.
Exactly.
But before we get to the whiskey frenzy and all the fallout,
Mm.
let's hear about someone who was actually on board the politician when it went down.
Right. There's this really interesting human element to the story, too.
Okay.
One of the crew members was a young cadet named Morris Watson.
Mm-hmm.
And get this, he just survived another shipwreck
What?
where his previous ship got torpedoed.
Oh, man, talk about bad luck.
Right.
Can you imagine surviving one shipwreck
Yeah.
only to end up in another?
Yeah,
That's got to be traumatic.
absolutely. But his story shows resilience, you know?
Yeah.
Despite these awful experiences, he actually kept going with his career at sea.
Wow.
It's just one example of the many personal stories woven into this bigger historical tapestry, you know?
Absolutely.
So we've got these islanders
Right.
living in really tough times,
Yeah.
and then, bam, this unexpected treasure falls right into their laps.
Yeah.
But remember those Jamaican banknotes we talked about earlier?
Oh, yeah.
That's where things get even more interesting.
Okay, yeah, let's talk more about that. Why was all this money being shipped in the first place?
Right.
And what does it tell us about the bigger picture?
Okay, well, to get that,
Yeah.
we need to think about what was going on in Jamaica back then.
Okay.
So rewind back to the 17th and 18th centuries.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica was a major hub for Britain's Caribbean empire.
Right, right.
These huge sugar plantations
Yeah.
made a ton of money for the empire,
Mm-hmm.
but there's a dark side to that wealth, you know?
Right, the slave trade.
Exactly.
It's a horrific chapter in history,
Yeah,
and it's tied directly to the prosperity of places like Jamaica.
absolutely. Millions of Africans were brought to Jamaica against their will
Yeah.
and forced to work on those plantations.
It's awful.
Even after slavery was officially abolished in 1834,
Yeah,
real freedom was still a long way off.
really.
The British put in place this system called apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship? That doesn't sound like freedom.
No, not really. It basically forced the formerly enslaved people to keep working for their former masters,
Oh,
just under a different name.
it's terrible.
It took decades of struggle before Jamaica finally got its independence in 1962.
So back in 1941, when the politician went down,
Yeah.
Jamaica was still under British rule,
Yep.
and its history was deeply connected to slavery and colonialism.
Right.
How does that tie into the banknotes on the ship?
Well, that's the million-dollar question that keeps historians digging.
Mm-hmm.
One theory is that the banknotes were part of a backup plan
Ooh,
for the British royal family,
okay.
in case they needed to escape Britain during the war.
Interesting.
The idea is they would set up shop in Jamaica.
Like a Caribbean Buckingham Palace, so to speak.
Exactly.
It's a neat theory,
Yeah.
but wouldn't they need more than just Jamaican money
Right.
to set up a whole new royal base?
Yeah, you make a good point.
Seems a bit far-fetched.
It does. Another theory is that the money was meant for the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, who were living in the Bahamas at the time.
Right.
They had a, complicated relationship with the royal family,
Yeah.
so maybe there was some sort of financial arrangement happening.
But again, why send Jamaican currency specifically?
Yeah.
It still doesn't quite add up.
It doesn't. The simplest explanation is that it was just a routine shipment.
Okay.
Banknotes meant to replace old currency.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, there's a twist.
Oh.
Recent research has uncovered something a bit darker.
Okay, now you've got me hooked.
Right.
What's this darker possibility?
So a historian named Jerry Burke
Mm-hmm.
found some documents suggesting that these banknotes
Yeah.
might be linked to this hidden report
Okay.
called the Moyne Report.
The Moyne Report.
Yeah, and get this.
Yeah.
This report, it was commissioned by the British government,
Mm-hmm.
but it exposed the terrible living conditions
Oh, wow.
and the continued oppression of people in the British Caribbean.
So are you saying the British government might have been trying to hide their mistreatment of Jamaican citizens?
It's possible.
And these banknotes were part of that?
That's one way to look at it.
Wow.
The theory is that the money was supposed to be a hush fund,
Oh, wow.
a way to quietly deal with the problems in the Moyne Report
Mm-hmm.
without really admitting how bad things were
Yeah.
or making any real changes.
Wow, if that's true,
Yeah,
it totally changes how we see this Whiskey Galore story.
absolutely.
It started as a tale of islanders getting lucky with some whiskey,
Yeah.
but now it has this much more serious side to it.
Hey, it does. It makes you think about the true cost of empire, the exploitation that fueled Britain's wealth,
Yeah.
and how far powerful nations might go to protect their image.
It's a whole different level of intrigue.
Right. It also adds another layer to the islanders' story.
How so?
Well, on the one hand, they saw an opportunity and took it,
Yeah.
made the best of a bad situation with the shipwreck. But on the other hand, they might have accidentally interfered with the cover-up.
It's like they stumbled into a historical conspiracy without even knowing it.
Exactly. But hold on.
Yeah.
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet.
Okay.
What's the proof linking the banknotes to the Moyne Report?
Right. Good point.
Is it just speculation, or is there something concrete?
Yeah.
Well, that's where things get a little fuzzy.
Okay.
The documents Jerry Burke found are interesting,
Mm.
but they don't give us definite proof.
Huh.
More research is needed
Yeah.
to fully understand what was going on with those banknotes.
Right.
It reminds us that history isn't always clear-cut.
Yeah.
It's full of gray areas, unanswered questions, and interpretations that change as we find out more.
It's incredible how this one shipwreck, the SS Politician,
Yeah.
has opened up so many different things to talk about.
It really is.
We started with this kind of lighthearted story about the Islanders
Mm-hmm.
and their lucky break with all that whiskey.
Yeah.
But the deeper we go, the more we find
Uh,
layers of history,
yeah.
social injustice,
Yeah.
and even hints of a possible cover-up.
It's fascinating, isn't it? It shows how historical research can really challenge what we think we know
Right.
and give us a more complete picture of the past.
Yeah. And what's especially interesting about Whiskey Galore
Mm-hmm.
is how it contrasts the official story with what the people involved actually went through.
Exactly. The official records, they
Yeah.
focused on the looting,
Right.
the lost money from all that whiskey.
Yeah.
But through these archival records and other sources,
Yeah.
we get to see things from the islanders' point of view.
It's a whole different perspective.
Yeah.
They were just trying to survive, make the best of a bad situation,
Exactly.
which, was made even worse by the war and rationing.
Absolutely. And those actions, even though some saw them as opportunistic, they had a ripple effect.
Yeah.
That sudden flood of alcohol on the island caused social problems.
Right.
And the way the authorities handled things
Yeah.
created this resentment that lasted for years.
It's a reminder that even seemingly small events
Yeah,
can have big consequences, both good and bad.
for sure. It also makes you think about how history is often told from the perspective of the powerful.
That's true.
It's taken a lot of effort to uncover the voices and experiences of the islanders themselves.
And speaking of perspectives,
Yeah.
there's another interesting side to this story.
Okay.
The way it's become part of local folklore.
Oh, right.
The Whiskey Galore incident
Yeah.
became a popular comedy film back in 1949.
Uh-huh.
And even now, people on Eriskay
Mm-hmm.
still talk about the Polly.
Yeah.
And they find bottles of whiskey washed ashore every now and then.
It's like a little piece of the past washing up on shore.
It is. It's a reminder that these historical events weren't just something that happened in a book,
Right.
They had a real impact on people's lives.
They did.
And we can still see that impact today.
What's also cool is how this seemingly isolated event ties into much bigger things,
Oh, yeah, like what?
like wartime struggles,
Mm-hmm.
the complexities of Britain's colonial past,
Yeah.
and how we're constantly trying to understand and learn from history.
It makes you wonder what's happening right now
Yeah,
that will become the legends of the future.
absolutely. We're all living through history as we speak.
That's true.
And it's our job to document and interpret it
Yeah.
for future generations.
And who knows?
Right.
Maybe 100 years from now,
Mhm.
someone will be digging into some everyday event from our time,
Yeah,
and they'll find a whole network of connections and hidden truths.
that's a great point. It's been great exploring this story with you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
And if you've enjoyed this deep dive into Whiskey Galore,
Yeah.
we've got so many more fascinating explorations for you.
Oh, definitely.
We cover all kinds of stuff, from historical mysteries to cultural trends to the latest scientific breakthroughs.
So if you're curious about the world
Mm-hmm.
and you love uncovering hidden knowledge,
Yeah.
hit that subscribe button and join us for our next deep dive.
We'll see you there.